are live. Hi guys, how are you? We are going to do another episode of having fun with Python on Codewars. Okay, so I was wondering why is this not letting me enable the live chat. This is weird. All right, and now we should have live chat. Awesome. Now we can actually go on and solve some problems, I would say. Right. So here's what we are going to look at for today. Let me change the scene to be like that or like that. Actually, if it's like that, the webcam is going to cut part of the screen. Not sure if it's a relevant part, so let's go into one of these exercises. Alright, so you're not missing out much. Okay, we'll keep it like this. Alright, so what we're gonna do here today, guys, is we are going to solve some problems, some programming problems using Python language. And we're gonna do that using website exercise, a website called Codewars.com. Sorry guys. Yeah, so we're gonna use Codewars.com and we're gonna go through all these exercises and try to solve them. Well, not through all of them because there are many, so we'll do as many as we can. Right, and we're starting with the first one, and let's see what it needs to be done. If we hit train, we will have this right here, and let's set this to do not disturb, like so we don't have anyone disturbing us. All right, triple double. Let's see. Create a function that will return a string that combines all of the letters of the 3 inputted strings in groups, taking the first letter of all of the inputs and grouping them next to each other. Do this for every letter. See below. Okay, let's see if this works. Oops, sorry, actually it's expecting a string. All right. Let's see. Help this dot zip. Okay. Maybe it's not in the list class. Okay, it's not what I'm looking for, or maybe I'm not using it right, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. What I'm going to do is set a string equals to nothing for all in one, for the in two, for x in 3. Let's see. What I want to do is string plus equals OTX. And then return string. So let's see if it's working as expected. This is not going to work as expected. Yeah. But I have another idea. Now, these inputs should have the same length, right? So how about for I in range length of one of these lists, string plus equals how about that? Yeah, it's plus equal. Sorry about that. Right, so this is solving my problem, but this is the long way. I'm pretty sure we can find a cleaner way. So let's see. I can say string equals adjoin plus so what I'm trying to do is get each element, but let me show you what I mean. So I of each of the lists for I in range length of any of the lists, and then close the square bracket. So basically what I'm doing is I'm making another list with each element, with each first, second, third and nth element of each list, and then I'm joining that into a string, and then I'm returning string. So let me try to test it, see if it's working. Right, so string equals it's not working as expected. So I'm trying to make the code shorter and see how's it looking, but so I don't really see what the issue is. Basically what I'm expecting to have here is at each iteration, so from 0, let's write this down, from 0 to, I'm decomposing this, the range length of something. So from 0, because it's always starting to 0, and the length of each of these is a number from 0 to n, because it's not the same length every time. They are the same length across the exercise, but it's not the same length for each attempt, for each assert, which by the way this assert will validate if your result is what's expected. So basically, oh sorry guys, basically what I'm trying to do is make it that we'll iterate n times, well n minus 1, because remember the upper bound, it's not taking into account. So basically, if this was 10, it will go from 0 to 9. Yeah. So the upper bound is not taking into account. And this works well for us because remember when we do length of something, n, let's say, n, so we'll take this example here, n equals 3. But when you start iterating through an iterable, you start from position 0. When it counts the number of the elements in a list, it gives you the number without counting 0, or it doesn't start counting from 0, it's counting normally. So yeah, it should be good. But what I'm expecting here to see is, so let's say I equals 0. So it takes the first element, so I of, oh, correct, really, yep, I know what I've done wrong. Sorry guys. So basically I switched places because I need the ith element in the list. Right. And I'll explain, yeah. And basically I don't need this, and I don't need this, and I don't need this either. The scope was to make the code shorter. And then I don't need these lines. Alright, so now let me explain what I've done. Basically I've done the same thing as previously, where I did a for loop 3 times, and I collected the first element from each iteration, and then added to a new array, or a new string in that case. In this situation, I'm doing kind of the same thing, but instead of creating a new string, I'm creating a new list, and then I'm joining that list into a string. And as you can see, it's working. Let me try to do the full range of tests, and it's working properly from what I see. Yep, it's all good. So let me undo, and we'll keep both solutions. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna uncomment that. Actually, this is not right, because let's do this, and then here say long solution, and then we'll comment these lines. These lines will be ignored either way, because after you you return something, everything after the return, it's not taking into account. So it should be good, but just so we have it on record, we have short solution. I'll put a comment here. Short solution, and then we have the long solution. Let's check it's all good, and then we submit and move to the next one. Oh boy, and we spend a lot of time on this simple one. Alright, so another solution would be this one. So they all return something to do with join. Basically, they create a string or a list or a set by zipping, right? So this is why I wasn't successful in using zip, because you need to do something similar to this. Or something similar to this. Yeah, so I might need to learn a bit better how zip method works. So this is the same solution that we gave. And also we had this long solution as well. Right, this is good. We should move to the next one. Luigi and Mario Pi problem. All right. Issue looks like some hoodlum plumber and his brother have been running around and damaging your stages again. The pipes connecting your level stages together need to be fixed before you receive any more complaints. Each pipe be connecting since the level assigned. You can assume every number in the sequence after the first index will be greater than the previous and that there will be no duplicates. Task. Given the list of numbers, return the list so that the values incremented by 1 for each index up to the maximum value. Example. So we have input 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need to add the missing links between those two values. Okay. I have a different approach to this problem. So what I want to do is return, this is the short version, return and for an in range and we'll test and then we'll explain as we always do. All right, so the problem is we have missing pieces in between the numbers in the list that we receive as an input. Basically, as the first example shows, we have 1, 2, 3, but then we have a missing 4, then we have 5, 6, we have a missing 7, and then everything is good. But what we need is to have the full range, right? Like all the numbers from 1 to 9. Same goes here, all the numbers from 1 to 12. Here we're missing a lot more. Here we have the same, all numbers from 6 to 9. What is helpful though is that we have the numbers sorted. They're sorted by default, and we know that, so I guess I'm explaining sorted twice. So yeah, we have the numbers sorted and we have the minimum and the maximum. All we need to do is fill in the gaps where there are missing numbers. my approach to this issue was first get the lowest value, and we do that with min of nums, which is the given array. Then get the highest level, highest value. We do that with max of nums. So these are the boundaries of our list. We have those. We know we need to add those in ascending order. So what we can do, we don't really need to look into the array and find each missing piece, because the output here should be, we need to have an incomplete list of an incomplete range and make it a complete range. So that's why it's simpler for us to solve the problem by just taking the minimum, the maximum, and then recomposing the range to the fullest. And that's it. We're going to submit, and we're good to go. Another way is just to return the range. This is even clever. It's much clever than what I've done, or at least makes the code shorter. There's another one. There's the long version. Of course, there's the lambda version. This is something similar to what we wrote, so it seems that there are more users thinking the same way. But yeah, you know, list, range. Okay, so this is a bit longer than what we wrote, because you're making a list out of a range, out of basically the minimum and the maximum. Okay, so this being done, we move to the next one. All right, so let's see. Kids drinks toddy, I think. Teens drink Coke. Young adults drink beer. Adults drink whiskey. So we need to make a function that receives the age and returns what they drink. All right, so children are considered under 14. Teens are considered under 18. Young are considered under 21. And adults are 21 plus, including 21. Okay, let's get to it. So we have a series of if age less than 13, we say drink toddy. If age larger than 13 and age less than 18, we say drink Coke. If age larger than 18 and age less than 21, return, I think was drink beer, like that. And the last one, if age larger or equal to 21, we say return drink whiskey. Yeah. Drink WHISKY. All right, test. All right. Okay. Now see, the rules are not defined well. Teens under 18. Under 18, I assumed it does not take in account 18, so basically up to 17. Young under 21, right? It does not take in account 21. All right, so here the requirements are not fully explained properly. However, this example would have explained that, but we didn't read the example. So either way, issue solved, and this is the solution. Let's try to attempt, do more tests, and submit the code. And we'll see some shorter variants of this code. Nice. This is clever. I like this one. I'm gonna upvote it. This is interesting. And then this is getting complicated with creating a dictionary that contains a tuple that contains another tuple. All right, this one's done. Let's move to the next one. Right, exclusive OR, XOR, which is a logical operator. In some scripting languages like PHP, there exists a logical operator. We have AND, OR, or the exclusive OR. Just a second, guys. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. So yeah, we have exclusive OR again. And yeah, where were we? Here. Called the exclusive OR. The exclusive OR evaluates two booleans. It returns true if exactly one of two expressions are true, false otherwise. For example, false XOR false equals false, true XOR false equals true, anything else. Oh no, actually false XOR true equals true, and true XOR true equals false. So if both values are the same, it's a false. If one of them it's different, it's true. Alright, since we cannot define keywords in JavaScript, well, at least I don't think we do, right? Your task is to define a function XOR B, where A and B are the two expressions to be evaluated. Your function should have the behavior described above, returning true. Alright. Simple. This is the actual XOR operator in Python. I don't think we need to go deeper into explanation. Just use this operator, you're good to go. There's no easier solution than that, believe me. Alright, we submit our code. Yeah, equals return A, not equals B. So basically what this guy is doing here, it's really clever. I'm gonna upvote that for clever. Is if A equals B, and remember A and B are logical operators, it's gonna be true or false. And as the problem description says, if one of them, if they are both the same, then it's a false. If they are different, then it's true. So this one is a bit longer in terms of number of characters, but it's the same solution as we implemented. So yeah, I like that. Done. This is weird. This is the same, but this is basically this in a longer form. Is not is the same with is not equal to. Alright, and this is the longer form. Basically you can do this in a longer form if you want to, right? And check to see if A and B are equal and try to return based on that. Okay, I see what this guy is doing, but it's unnecessary. So yeah, this does not need to be that complicated. We have an operator, we can use it, be done with it. Right, let's move to the next one. There was a test in your class and you passed it. Congratulations, but you're an ambitious person. You want to know if you're better than the average student in your class. You received an array with your peers' test score. Now calculate the average and compare to your score. Return if you're better, else false. Your points are not included in the array of your class's points. For calculating the average points, you may add your point into the giving array. This seems pretty straightforward. So we have the class points and we have our points. Now we need to calculate the average. So first we need to add our points into the class points. So class points that append your points. Average is the sum of class points divided, so let's do a integer division. Basically, we don't care about the we don't care that the result is a float, so we don't need a result to be float. And so the average is sorry, so how we calculate an average: we take the entire list, we make a sum of its elements, right? So if we have 1 2 3 4 5, we would return 15. Let's demonstrate here. So for the list 1 2 3 4 5, we make the sum of the list, which will result in 15. I hope anyone knows why, right? Because 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. And then we divide it with how many elements are in the list. This is the len. And this will return us E3. Alright, so this is the formula. Just an explanation, I'm not going to keep it. And then I need to return your points, it's larger than average, because I think this is what's expected of us. Sorry. Alright, yeah, so if it's larger than average, return true, otherwise false. Let's see. And it's working. Good. Now, this is the long version. I need to make something to make something like a one-liner, because this is possible. Let's see, if I say return your points, okay. Let's see if we're testing properly. Oh, actually, I don't need to. Oh, I don't need to do this. I need to calculate the. Alright, so I need to calculate the sum of class points so this is one operation, and all of that divided by and that class points plus 1. I feel like I'm missing something. Trying to see what I'm missing. So the length of class points is, this should be good. Yeah, we need the length, but the length initially does not include your points, that's why we're adding 1, right? So the length will be length plus 1. Here it doesn't like it. sorry. So basically here we're trying to make the sum oh, actually no, I don't need to append, my bad. I should be able to give it 2 arguments. Okay. False should equal true. Alright, so let's take a look at what the sum function does, okay? Hub. Wait. We should not include your points into the sum. We should add it here. Now it should work. So I'm including this into parentheses, making sure the order of the operations is right. Probably I should not need to do that. Alright, still the first one fails. So let's take that example, because with this it's working. This returns an integer, then this adds to that integer some amount, then the entire thing, it's divided with the length of the class points plus 1, because we're taking yours into consideration as well. So why? Yeah, like I said, let's write it down. What we have here. So basically class points is 2 and 3. Your points is 5. Now let's make the operations first. We do the sum of the class points. So it's 2 plus 3 plus 5. So this is one thing. Although in this situation it doesn't matter because it's plus, so they can be done in any order, but here remember this is a list like that. So here you would have 10. Yep. And then from that we need to extract the average being 10, integer division by 3, which equals 3. Cool. Now what we're asking is your point 5 larger than 3, which should return us true. However, it returns us false, meaning the average is not calculated properly with this formula. So what I'm gonna do is set a variable average equals copy, and then we'll compare to average, but I want to print average before, because I want to see what's the average? 6. It gave me 6 for some reason. I wonder why it gave me 6. Still gives me 6. Okay, let's break it down further. Sum class points equals sum of class points, sum class points plus your points equals sum class points plus your points. So I'm gonna print it every step because I want to see where is the issue. We print some class points and your points. Alright, so some class points is 5. True? I think this is where it breaks down. Like that. Three. So 3 is proper. I'm wondering if it's dividing 5 by, if it's adding 5 by okay. Since when is 10 divided by 3 6? That's so strange. Very, very strange. I don't know. But what I do know is we can debug this. So we'll do this. Print. Yeah, like this. I'm gonna do an F string. I will say average. divided by this, and then return the whole thing. Average is 10 divided by 3, which is equals to 6. Any opinion? Because I don't know what to say. So the numbers are right. But the division is wrong. Know what I mean? I think this doesn't do the division. So my points are 5. 5 divided by the length. Okay. 5 divided by 3. It's doing the addition before okay. Okay, I guess. We'll do an attempt again. Of course it passes. So let's write here long solution. Actually, let's do this too. Short solution. Attempt again, make sure it didn't break the code, submit. Alright, so this average is not really I don't think it's right, because this average does not take into account your points. Then the average is different. Right, it's affecting the output. Not sure if this is right. Well, it passed. It passed the test, so it must be right. I think there is a corner case where this will fail if your points are not taking into account and the average is different. But either way, you can see other types of implementation, mostly the guys used the same method. Someone used the import of statistics and then used the mean method in statistics to calculate the mean or the average. This is interesting. Yeah. So basically what this does is, instead of using class points, your points, is making the function be called with many arguments, with undefined number of arguments. So it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, it can be any number of arguments. And then what it does, it looks at the first argument being your points. And this is pointless, I'm not sure why he did that, but either way, he takes the second element in, or the second parameter of the function, and it looks if it's bigger than the sum or it's bigger than the average. It calculates the average here. Alright guys, this is it. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, let me know by clicking the like button, subscribing, activate the notification bell to know where I'm live or when I post a new video. And I hope I see you guys in the next one as well. So we'll make this a series. Cheerios. Talk to you soon. Bye.